My grandpa always said, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. And online, that's your website. And that's why London Real is currently migrating our entire web presence over to squarespace.com, an all-in-one design and build service for your website. To check them out, click on the link below, go to squarespace.com, use the code London6, you get 10% off, and make that impression.
Okay. You know, for people that don't know a whole lot about you, I was just wondering if you could just give us a quick kind of where you started to where you are right now. I know you were a high school dropout.
Absolutely.
And you had some days homeless in Detroit.
Yeah.
And then I was watching a video of Eric, and he said he had a vision when you were 17, I think, and he said something else. And he said, for success, only one person has to believe.
That's it.
That's one of the many things
Oh,
that Eric
no
said.
doubt.
And I was wondering if you could explain, what happened when you were 17 and what's the journey
Yeah,
been
you know, my story is no different than a lot of people. You know, Drake said it best, started from the bottom. Yeah, now we're here. You know, we're in London, you know. So, unfortunately, my mom was a teen mom, you know, wasn't married, had me at 18 years old. And, you know, it was just me and moms for a while, moved to Detroit. She married, her husband adopted me. I wasn't really, you know, feeling my man like that, wasn't feeling the relationship. And so, you know, just a downward spiral, didn't take school serious, didn't take life serious. And I end up at 16, so rebellious, you know, so angry with my mom that I eventually got kicked out the house. I'm living in abandoned buildings, eating out of trash cans, you know, hanging with the wrong group, just going the wrong way, man. And, you know, one day I was like, man, I want better. You know, like I'm looking at guys on the block. You know, you either end up in jail or you're dead. Like you don't retire from the life that we were living. And I was like, it's not for me, man. Like I gotta be able to do something better, you know. And so I made my move. You know, I got in a different environment. I started going to church, started dating this young lady who really, you know, held me accountable. She's like, I'm going to college and I'm not dating a high school dropout, you know. And so I end up getting my GED, going to college. And for real, a lot of people didn't believe in me. Your mom, you know, came from nothing. You know, your daddy wasn't in your life. You didn't do well in school. So there's a journey for that type of person. And I was like, hey, not for me. You know, I'm going to be somebody. And although people didn't believe, I always said, you sometimes when you're running a company, when you first start a company, you got to be the CEO, the CFO, the COO. You know, you got to be the administrative assistant, the mail clerk. You got to do everything. You know, mailman. You got to do it all. And so for my personal life, I became that person for me. And I want everybody to hear this. Now there are hundreds of people, maybe even thousands, I don't know, who believe in me. But it all happened because I believed in myself. So once you invest in yourself, people are willing to invest in you. And I get tired sometimes. You know, kids call me, Mr. Thomas, I have this business or I have this idea. I want you to invest, you know, 3,000 pounds. I'm like, that's your dream. That's your vision. You have to invest in it more than anybody else. And when you do that, then you'll get other people to support you. So that's just what I believe. You got to believe in yourself before anybody else is going to buy into your vision.
Most definitely. Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, even with what I do, like you said, I've got like almost 4 million views, but prior to that, there's 100 videos on my channel which nobody watched.
Nobody,
you know
watched.
what I mean? So yeah, it's true.
I've been there.
So you got to put in that. So you just believing in yourself ultimately does reap the rewards. So
Absolutely.
I can identify with that totally, man.
Yeah, I don't know if I have 4 million hits, so that's impressive. Yeah.
No,